everybody. Welcome. Tuesday night.
No, that's 50 Cent.
My throat is feeling a lot better. I can speak for more than like 5 minutes at a time, so that should help in D&D, I would think. We're going to do a quick announcement. So next week we are taking off again.
This one planned.
Yes. This one is planned.
Yes. We're announcing it and everything.
Right.
If you're in Minnesota, go to the state fair that day, since we're not there.
Yeah. Or just watch us on YouTube again, because, you know.
Or that.
This one's going to be that good.
Listen to us on YouTube while you walk through the state fair.
I was going to say, get a bunch of Martha's cookies and
Yikes.
talk about D&D at the state fair.
Yeah, they have raspberry Twizzlers on a stick. They don't have that. Don't trust me.
I mean, I bet you could find
Okay,
it.
You got me very excited for a minute.
I mean, they have like pumpkin pie on a stick, so yeah, it's pretty good too.
I'm just happy for the beer burritos.
Good.
We've thoroughly endorsed the state fair here.
Oh.
Role ConTROL.
We're Minnesotan, we had to.
I know. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Time and place for a story. I'll tell a story later. On my own stream.
Alright.
I think we're just gonna start right back up. Everybody leveled up to 9 if I'm counting correctly.
Yes.
Level
Level 9.
So everybody is in the ice plane, and I guess Wick is probably not sleeping. So
Why isn't Wick sleeping?
Don't you have
Don't
to not
you
sleep
not
anymore?
No, I
sleep?
don't have that yet.
Well, you keep talking
Yeah.
about it.
You've
been talking about it for like 8 months.
Yes, and I told you I can't take it until my next level up in Warlock.
Oh, okay. I just assumed you had it because we've been hearing about it so much.
I'm very excited for it.
Okay. Well, Wick would probably be the first one to wake up then.
I'm probably the last. I'm not normally the last, but with
I
that.
don't know if she would be because she took a
Exhaustion.
later watch. Or no, she took the first watch. Yeah, she took the first watch. Never mind, she'd be the first one up then.
Well, there would also be a bunch of elves up
Yeah.
and staying quiet and doing miscellaneous things.
Do you get rid of one thing of fatigue after a long rest?
Yep.
Correct.
That's why I'm out. I am 0 fatigue now.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one with an exhaustion point left. Still.
All right. So Wick, you wake up the ice cavern. Really, it's large but not that big. You're all huddled together like a slowly dying fire at this point. And like the first thing you feel is just the cold grip you.
I think Wick is gonna like look around and like shuffle over to if there's still a stack of wood.
You guys didn't have any wood.
We
You
had-
only had
we
the
had
torches,
Okay,
and
yeah,
then
torches.
the rope that kind of kept it alive throughout the night.
The thing that Wick is desperately not wanting to burn more of, but
Yeah.
will if needed.
The books haven't been burned.
Is there any more torches?
Let's see.
I mean,
Does it say how long a torch lasts? Is that like an actual thing?
I think it's an
would
hour.
assume.
I think it might actually be an hour. I can look at the equipment.
But that's the actual torch itself, not
Yeah.
the wood
Right.
of the torch.
Yeah, we're
as well.
burning like the wood. That's when it's being used as a torch.
And you guys only had 10. I'll just say you guys have about.
I just realized the mic's way up there.
Oh!
They didn't hear anything.
It's sensitive.
You probably heard some of it.
You heard me and Tyler, so the most important parts.
It probably heard me.
There we go.
So it does specifically say an hour, but yeah, it's the.
So we'll say you guys have about 4 left because you guys made sure to like ration your stuff, supplement with the rope. Like it's not producing much heat at all, but it's still kind of going.
Wick would probably shuffle over, like pulling her cloak tighter, and like pick up one of the torches and throw it on the fire, just
Okay.
to like
Pick it
try
up
and
a
get
little bit.
yeah.
Do
Okay.
you do it like that? I don't know.
That was not at all what I did, but sure.
Morning, Wick.
Hello. Are we gonna be heading out fairly quickly, and do we know in what direction?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, your guess might actually be a little bit better. You would have more information on this than I do. And once somebody has more information than I do.
Well, I think
Really?
I have just about nothing. We'll see.
No lore or legends about place or anything like that?
A long, long time ago, some elves came here,
That's helpful.
and then they were never heard from again.
Okay. Maybe somebody else will know more. No offense to you. Just I'm
It's fine.
hoping there's somebody with information.
I'm here to fight, not to talk stories.
Stories are helpful sometimes.
You guys can probably wake up. I don't know who would be next. Probably Valchar.
I might be
Yeah.
last
I can't
with
fake
my
it.
exhaustion points, so.
I can't fake the teeth chattering.
At least not that we can hear.
Yeah.
Just lean over to the mic.
Yeah, no. People have things about that, and usually not good ones. Here, and I'm going to cast create food and water, and create a meal for 15 people.
Yep.
15 people.
Oh, well, hold on a second. Oh, you're just the food or the water?
It's food and water. It's both.
Oh, we need to have something to put the water in, or just freeze on the ground.
Good point. I don't know who's got any. Do we have canteens or anything like that?
I mean,
Oh.
I've got my water skin, but that's one thing.
Everybody should have at least one.
For the people who are asleep or unconscious, can we grab all of their water skins and then we can just fill them all up?
Sure. You'll start
Yeah, I'll
gathering
go
some.
around and start trying to find them.
Some of the elves will do the same.
Yeah.
You guys would probably wake up around.
Okay.
I'd like be like somebody like fumbling. You're waking up as somebody's like fumbling on your
Just
side.
be like, what do you want?
Oh,
I think
oh,
Wick would
Yeah.
do that. Wick would do say.
Your water flask.
Here we go.
Thank you. Do you have more than one?
I have one.
Do you have any empty bottles? Valchar's gonna create water, so we want to fill as much as we can.
Oh, no, I think that's all I got. To be honest, I've never really needed more than that, but here we are.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll give it back to you full.
Cool, thank you.
Goes over to Enna.
I just need your water flask. Just your water skin. Okay.
It's about the level of response that you get from her, like. I'll get it. And you
Okay.
probably also see her flask, and you can decide whether or not you want to put water in that thing.
Is there alcohol in there right now?
There might be a little bit.
Yeah, that'd
Well,
be-
yeah.
I don't think you would
Is-
have downed it.
It was probably fire whiskey, so, I mean, if somebody decided they needed some warmth in the night, they might have. But other than that, there's probably some in there.
Hey, Valchar. Do you
Yeah.
have mage hand?
Sure do.
You want to do a thing?
What do you need?
We should make the fire a little bit bigger. There's alcohol in here.
I will take it with the mage hand and slowly pour it over the fire.
Like a constant stream, or like drop.
No, it would be a slow.
Stream.
Yeah.
A slow pour.
Okay, so as soon as it hits, the fire roars up a little bit and then starts to climb up the.
It's a mage hand, so luckily there's nobody
water.
real there.
Oh, that stuff's strong.
I think it was fire whiskey. Maybe it actually has real fire in it.
That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, so then the flame just goes up and just kind of like burns the flask.
Oops.
Decent amount.
Bring it back to me. So wipe that off. Wipe off the soot.
She'll find that.
You'd probably notice a flare up of fire, both of you.
Why are you?
I'm awake.
Why is the fire so loud?
Warmth. That's why.
Alright.
Thank you, Anna.
You're loud too.
Thank you, Anna.
this is on YouTube.
Well, it's warmer, isn't it?
Just saying.
We should be thinking of a plan to try to find civilization.
Well,
Assuming
okay.
there is.
Do you know any more of the story?
I heard what everybody else heard.
Because that'd be a good starting point if there was
Right.
more information. Where did they go? Was there a
Right.
specific location that they were headed to? Besides
They
the
followed
plane.
a star or something like that.
Followed a star.
I made that up. That's
Oh.
not necessarily real.
Would we remember hearing anything about?
No, you would know that they went to somewhere that's really hard to find
Right.
because they
Charming.
don't want to be found.
Charming.
Because it is a very important thing that's keeping the Cryonax there.
Right.
Wick would go around to any of the elves that are awake and basically be like, "Do you have any information that would be helpful?" She's thorough.
Yeah,
Like,
no, she can be
so.
thorough. She won't. You won't get any.
Yeah.
They've straight up had like once the elves went, like it's like this is probably what happened and like that's it. Like they went there and there's been no communication,
I'm
no
gonna start.
travel or
We
anything.
don't even know how long they actually survived here.
We don't even know if they're still surviving here.
We don't even know if they made it 30 minutes.
I'm gonna
here.
start looking in the back of the cave for any trapdoors because since I would remember hearing that it would be really hard to find.
Okay.
I'm gonna start looking to see if there's any trapdoors or traps at all or anything out of the
Sure.
ordinary in the back of the cave.
Roll investigation.
All right, investigation is +6. That's a 25.
Pretty sure there's nothing back there.
Okay.
There's a lot of ice.
I want to go to the mouth of the cave and see if I could see any land masses apart from just the plane of ice.
Okay, sure.
Too bad you don't have mage eyeball.
Yeah, I know, right?
That'd be
You mean
helpful.
scry?
Or
That's what I just said. Mage eyeball.
Yeah.
God.
All right. So walking out of the cave, you see to your left, like the large, singular mountain. It's like almost all completely ice. Everything you see is ice,
Mhm.
with like there is some snow on top of it. Like it's just like white and almost like a bluish tint to it. And so you see the one mountain to your left, like the lake is in front of you. It's rather large. And then you see to your right that there's kind of like a tower peeking out as well.
One that looks made, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
That's about all you can see from the cave,
okay.
the mouth of the cave.
I will pass that information along to everyone who's awake,
Okay.
saying, out that way there's a tower. So that's the first thing that we've really noticed, as apart from just pure ice.
Right.
The other direction, there's a singular mountain, but it's which I would assume most dragons would be at. Sorry, I think I'm combining stories.
Well, I mean,
No.
they said that this place was going to be really hard to find, but finding anything that's man-made is going to be better than in a cave.
It's at the very least
I don't
Awesome.
Something.
it's possible civilization, whether it be good or bad.
Right.
What you said just kind of got me thinking. There is a good chance there might be dragons here. I mean, they
Yeah.
tend to live on elemental planes.
Yep.
Let's see. That would be white and silver. I think they do good in cold.
Believe so.
Better than humans do, at least.
Well, good thing none of us are human.
Well, I say we get a little bit of food in our stomach. And
As it are.
Jesus, how'd you get here?
I spoke too soon about none of us being human.
One of the unconscious elves like makes that noise and starts to like rub his head.
I will run over and check on him.
Okay.
You awake now, or how are you feeling?
This wasn't one of the elves in the robes, was it?
In the what?
In the robes?
Yeah.
It was one?
Well, it was, they were all in, like, the sheets.
Yeah.
And they tied the sheet around
And
into
they were
the...
just staring at walls?
No.
Yes. No, this wasn't,
These
One
are
of
the
the
people
ones that was
in the,
unconscious.
yeah, that was
Right.
chained up.
Gotcha. Okay.
We didn't
gotcha.
bring anybody who was in the room.
That's
We
what I
just-
thought. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, my head hurts.
Yeah, you've been through a lot.
He says that in Elvish.
Oh.
I will cast
So-
comprehend languages.
Okay.
I see you start to cast, and I'm like, he said his head hurts.
I'm gonna need you to translate then.
Okay.
We can just assume you translate.
Yeah.
If you want to change anything I say, you could do that.
I will consider.
Noted.
Keep in mind, you're in a room full of elves who will 100% know if you change. Just saying.
Or will they call him on it?
I will
Who knows?
I will consider. I outrank them, right?
Absolutely not.
Ask him if, or tell him that he's kind of been through a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
He says in common now.
Oh.
Helpful.
He opens his eyes and they're like bloodshot and just like a lot more than just staying up late. Like there might be some physical damage. He kind of
Yeah.
flutters and kind of, you can tell he focuses a little bit in on you.
I will move to where he's not looking out to the cave, or out to the mouth of the cave.
So it's less bright.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
like,
like,
away from the fire.
Change.
Oh,
the,
okay,
Change
okay.
the side of that I'm talking to him on.
Okay.
How, what happened? Do you remember?
Oh, those goblins just kept torturing us.
Were they asking for anything? Was there any point to it?
They kept digging in my head.
They're trying to find a memory, or trying to find some hidden secret.
No, like taking it out or something.
Taking information out or taking your mind out?
Or memories.
My mind.
Well, I think we know how those other ones ended up staring at the wall blankly.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Why so cold?
About that.
Yeah.
We're not exactly where we're all used to being.
You're sort of out of the frying pan and into the freezer.
Wait, do we even know
We have good news and bad news.
To the icebox.
We haven't found any goblins here yet.
They didn't follow us.
The bad news is we're on the ice plane.
Frost plane.
Whatever.
Were you one of the people who were sent here to find it?
I don't remember.
Well, that was a lot of these people.
He kind of just slumps back and goes back to sleep.
I will say, even though it's useless, yeah, rest.
You do goblin impression.
Yeah.
No, not again.
So, just a small thought, guys.
Isn't that all thoughts from you?
Yikes.
Careful, Si, I could push you off the edge.
I can climb pretty well.
And I am too tired to come rescue your dumbass, so please don't do it.
Okay. Anyways, is it safe to be dragging unconscious elves across to some unknown potential civilization?
No,
Absolutely.
they're staying here.
Okay.
This will be our base camp.
As soon as we find something to go on, then
If we
we'll
leave them
take
here, it's not going to be a base camp, it's going to be a tomb.
Well, we'll have to be quick in
Unless
searching.
not everybody goes. We don't know what's out there.
Split the group.
So me and Ed, all right?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, and on that note, Sunny and Lick do great. And we never see Valtor and Anna again. That's just summarizing the next 6 sessions
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yep.
6 sessions?
They can't last that long. No.
Depends on how long we take to do things.
Yeah, actually, it might be good if a smaller scouting party.
I wonder who that would be.
The 5 of us.
Yeah, that sounds
The
familiar.
Four
of you.
of us.
You
Children should stay.
You don't think you can come with me and leave one of the healers back? to
Oh, I
help
can,
them?
but I'm staying here.
We need somebody
Okay.
to protect everyone else too.
Yeah.
How many elves are there? Like able-bodied elves at this point?
14.
Ildren, it might make sense to send out 2 scouting parties, us in one direction, the other
I was thinking
in
the
the
same
other
thing.
direction. That still leaves, 10 of you to keep what's
Everybody
going on
else
here. Yeah.
safe.
Make sure you stay within eyeshot of the cave here so you don't get lost.
Mhm.
Knowing that we're in a place that none of us have been.
In fact, it might not be a bad idea when we're on our way to the places that we're going to leave a trail behind. I don't know of what, but something.
That could also be a really bad idea.
To lead enemies to where we're coming from.
Well, we don't know how many enemies or friendly people there are here. All right.
Just
well,
carve the butt symbol into the ice.
I can do that. Might get covered in more ice, but
territory.
Do you think? Does this count?
What?
Nothing.
I think that we should all, the 4 of us, go towards the tower,
Agreed.
and the elves can go towards the mountain. And as soon as any of us find anything or need to turn around, we'll come back here.
And everybody on the way keeps a lookout for potential other spots to hole up. So, like,
Yeah.
if the tower ends up being a place we need to go, we'll probably want a cave that's closer.
Closer.
So both parties
Yep.
keep an eye out for something like
At
that.
least then we can start a fire in the other cave, and when we decide to bring the people to wherever we're going, we can stop with the wounded in other areas.
You should make sure that somebody in the other party has the ability to send messages or information across distances. You have?
Mhm.
Yeah. That way, if something happens, we can get in contact, or if we find something very important, we could meet partway back if you have the information.
I'll find out.
All right. Well, I say we get going. The faster we go, the
Do we have to go already? I mean, no,
We
we
do.
should. We should. You're
We
right.
do.
You're right.
You want? Were you even able to sleep last night?
Oh, dude, I don't. Did. How long has it been?
The normal time that we
About
normally
8
sleep.
hours.
Really?
Yeah.
2
I
days.
didn't. Honestly, if you told me that, I would.
Come on, guys. That was a great opportunity.
I would believe it. I think if you told me that, I don't even.
Time moves different here.
I just like no dreams, no nothing. Just
You
way
were-
down into that sleep.
You were looking pretty bad at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we all went through a lot of
I don't know if
experiencing.
I've ever been that tired in my life. Actually,
You do notice that the light has never changed since being here. Been the same. It didn't get darker or lighter or anything. It's just been the exact same.
Weird.
Looking up at the sky, are there stars or like a
If you
sun?
want to go outside,
Yeah, I'll go like to the edge and kind of look up.
yeah, there's not like stars, and the light is not coming from a single source.
Is it
It's
like
just kind of like-
cloudy
or
No, it's clear.
It's just light out.
Mm-hmm.
it's just okay?
It's just outside.
It's indirect lighting.
yeah, it's like a movie's being shot.
It's all reflected light. Okay, I'm a YouTuber. Leave me alone.
It's all indirect lighting.
All right. Well, let's get going. If we need to stop or anything, just let us know.
All right. I don't. Normally, I like to go be in the front with you, but maybe
You should
Valchar,
stay
you want
back.
to tag in,
I can try.
and I'll stay back with Wick.
Anybody feel a little sneakier today? Hey, what's that on your neck?
Uh,
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Damn.
Not you'll know.
I was trying. I don't know how wild
Nothing on
magic
my neck
works yet.
Spoiler.
It's a hickey.
One of the elves is really attractive.
You got real close last night.
That's why you're still exhausted.
yeah,
No.
yeah, right.
Just 1 second. I just have to grab 2 things. One thing. One thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is this?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Are we just
2 things.
counting? 1, 2.
No, I just have to grab 2 things. And she'll run back over to the pile of books and pull out the journal she bought to write about stuff in the Elven lands, and then the journal that she had been working on before. Because technically we're not in the Elven lands.
Okay.
That's what Wick's going with, man.
We'll see how that goes.
She also wants that because that's the one that has the extra pages in the back for her to draw maps with.
Okay.
So it's not lined, it's her map
Does-
making because she has cartographer tools.
Does the spell give you any indication when you like formulate this plan? I don't remember when it like.
There was something about a warning.
Yeah, it's like
We have war
it's like a
zones.
GS spell or
Of course, I
something.
don't know if those work anymore now that we're not in Elven lands, but
Yeah, we're not even on the same plane of existence right now.
I'll see you do that, and I'll just be like, anything that's talked about here should stay in the other one. But
Elven stuff is going to stay in here,
Yeah.
but this has so I can draw maps, and I think having a map would be useful.
I agree. I just wanted to
Cool.
make sure.
you ready now?
I can draw you a map. Here's a big circle with a lot of squigglies. Ice.
Oh wait, hold on. Tower.
Mountain.
It looks like a phallic symbol.
And won't you guys regret it when we come across something actually important to note?
I'm not regretting anything. Only that we're not going right now.
I haven't precluded you from making your own map. I'm just telling you, so far, this is all of
That's
the...
part of what map making
we're
is. You have to
mapping.
go out and see the world and find the things.
I'm
And now
gonna
we
walk
can
out
do
of the cave.
Okay.
Wick will follow as she's talking, excitedly gesturing and putting the journals in her little.
And as you're like, oh, da, 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 and then I was like,
So you guys also see at the front of the cave, it's like to the side. There's been like a metal dragon. Well, you're all bad. Like a metal rod that's been jammed into the ice, and then a rope has been tied off onto it. And Ildren goes,
Oh,
"Well, when you get back, just let me shout up here, and we'll send it down."
Okay.
you'll know.
We'll tug on it twice when we're all down, so you can start
All right.
hoisting it.
I want to do kind of like what you do in ice, where you kind of just run and slide down the ice. I want to slide down the slope.
Okay.
Oh no, this is how you die.
You see a rock. Dex to avoid the rock.
That's
Does this seem familiar? Does this seem familiar, anybody?
Except I'm not the
As
one
I
jumping
say,
down this time.
we have different groups this time.
All right.
Very true.
Acrobatics.
Sweet.
I'm gonna climb down the rope.
Well, 10. Not the greatest balance.
Okay, so you jump and you start sliding and you just like turn around and look and like to like gloat a little bit to sigh, and as you're turning, your leg hits one of the
Spikes.
spikes that he put in,
Pitons?
Yeah.
the pittons. It kind of like makes you spin around and start to fall. Give me a dex.
Just so you know, every time you start spinning, when you see me, I'm just like,
You look like one of those teacup rides.
16.
You're able to reach up and grab the next one and just kind of like brace yourself.
I will slide on my butt the rest of the way.
Wick seeing that will also kind of just like plop down and like she'll like pull her cloak underneath and then just start sliding down on her cloak.
because you're so good at dex checks.
Hey, I have a better
Better at
acrobatics
it now,
check now.
but still.
So it you guys do know it does like curve back around.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's,
why.
okay.
That's why I do it.
We have more dex here.
All right, just
No,
do
more or less
acrobatics for
dex.
both of you to do
Yes.
it. Just a slide down, nice and easy.
Natural 20.
Easy.
17.
Nice.
I have a +3 acrobatics now.
Well, there you go. You can both do it. If you don't do it with any flair again, you can.
No. Not I know I got a nat 20, but he's gonna be like, I kind of already made an embarrassment of myself, so I'm just gonna... Whee.
And so Wick is like,
I climb down.
And,
you
and,
just
as,
hear.
and as at the top, like, I don't know which way to go.
That looks fun, but no.
Eventually she'll climb down the rope.
Ildren picks you, like, grabs you on the back and starts to lift you, like, to the rope.
Thanks, Ildren, buddy, guy. You're cool.
Perk up a little. You make it down. Shortly, you guys get down to the base, and where do you start heading?
Towards the tower.
Okay, so that would be to the right of the cave. It's kind of hard. Wait, you know directions, right?
Yes.
So,
I would
okay.
know north.
That'll make it a lot easier. You
Taking
head
the gnome to Isengard.
you head southeast.
Wick would immediately start in the journal that she has the map making stuff. She would start with the cave at like the bottom, and then note the directions according to where that cave, like where north is from that cave, and then put the tower about where she estimates it to be.
Okay, it'd be southeast.
Yeah.
Sure. So there's like a ridge line that is where the cave is. It kind of goes around the lake, and then you kind of lose sight of it.
She is proficient, or she's a cartographer, so she's just working on it as they go. If there's anything that she needs to know, she can.
Okay. So after about like 10 minutes, you guys, if you glance back, you see the elves, the scouting party, all descend and start heading north. So probably about 10 minutes in, you start to. I'm assuming you guys are kind of looking around and stuff. If you guys look back, you see actually like from the northwest, you see like black dark smoke kind of rising as soon as you get far enough away and get so you can see over the ridge that you were at. So probably about 15-20 minutes into the walk.
Smoke. Means
Warmth
people?
at least.
Oh, smoke sounds so good.
When we get back, we can go visit Keyleth.
Yeah, remember that left key in smoke?
Oh man, that was so smooth.
Should have
I'll
bought
feel
a
a
bunch
little
of
bit
that.
better for a little while now.
Something to work towards.
Yeah.
Think about that. Just remember that feeling.
Should we head towards that, or should we keep heading towards the tower?
Does it
How
look
far
like
out
this?
of, yeah. I was say, how far out of the way is it from where we're heading to the tower?
Complete opposite direction.
Sweet.
Does it look like it's closer than the tower?
Is it in the path of the other circle?
Slightly.
I would say we told people we were going towards the tower. We should check the tower, and
On the way back.
if there's still smoke, go see if there's fire.
Make a note of it. Smoke.
Oh, that's a good note.
My gosh, I should have bought some of that stuff from Keyleth.
Yeah.
It was some good stuff.
Just for you guys.
I'm still sad you didn't try it. It felt really good.
Don't think it was the right time.
That's okay.
So you're saying there is a right time, though?
Never mind.
All right.
So many spells that I don't usually take. I need to remember what I have.
So it takes you guys about 45 minutes to cross like this frozen lake.
Like doing the penguin waddle, the like slide, waddle, slide.
I'm remembering to drink a little bit of water as I go, just because I know that people get more dehydrated when it's cold out than when it's hot out.
Also, make a
'Cause they don't
note of where we
drink
came in
water.
from the portal, so that when
I would remember that, so I'll do that.
or if other people come in, they can at least see. They're not coming in completely blind.
So you guys,
If the portal opens up in the same spot.
That would be helpful if it does.
so you guys get like off the. You can tell you're getting off of the frozen lake, and it starts to head up a little bit, and it's now covered in snow. So it has a very, very slight incline.
I think Wick is very much enjoying just like stepping in the snow and hearing it crunch. She's doing like the little kid, like the like making sure it's always a fresh patch of snow.
It's like me when there are leaves on the ground. Like me as a 31-year-old, like crunch, 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 like go out of my way to crunch a really good leaf.
I do that
Love
too,
it so
though.
much.
I'm trying to figure out if Valchar is, in terms of the cold, if he's being affected more by the cold or less by the cold.
Cause
No.
so, how common is snow in where Wick's from?
It would happen every once in a while. Yeah,
But it's still like it's a rarity for her.
like you'd see it every year.
Oh, okay.
It's not like super. You because your city is Duskhaven's a little bit north.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Actually, might be one of the most northern cities.
And the North remembers.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you
Always.
think she's a librarian?
Because the North remembers.
Exactly. That was
What are you talking about?
Game of Thrones.
It's a Game of
Oh.
Thrones reference.
Winter is here.
I'm assuming we're still walking at this point. Do we see any more of the tower?
No,
Like, does it look?
Yeah,
Are we
so
getting more of a shape
You
from
guys,
it, or
as you're kind of like getting closer now, it doesn't seem to be changing much in size. Like you don't seem to actually be getting that much closer to it.
Is this an illusion?
Or is it really that far away?
Is stuff around it?
Now as you're getting there, you can start to see that there are some kind of similar to where you were, like some outcroppings and like glaciers and stuff, kind of all like.
And that all seems to be
through it.
moving like normal
Yeah.
as we move.
Mm-hmm.
It could
What?
be magic.
while
I
we're
couldn't
walking, I'm
believe
gonna keep an eye out for other caves and stuff like that as we go.
Okay. Well, you guys were just like cutting across the lake.
Yeah.
Well,
I just
yeah,
wanna let you know.
yeah.
I don't know if you want me to use my passive perception or
Okay.
what, but
Ooh, my passive is 15. That'd be nice.
18.
18.
My pass is up to
I-
16.
Have the lowest passive perception?
I have a
Yes, you
feat
do.
for observant. That's the only reason why.
Does it just automatically set it at 18, or does it set it at 18, whatever.
I forget.
or is it like a plus whatever?
It ends up being, it's a +5 bonus to passive perception.
Are you proficient in perception?
I
I am.
am not.
Oh, okay.
I
Because that
am.
would have gone up because we just upped our proficiency.
Yeah.
So you would be a 19.
I'm proficient and I get to double my proficiency with perception.
It would be a
Might wanna buy two.
21 if you could count your proficiency in it.
Yeah, it would be great if that was
Oh,
the case.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
All right.
I chose other things.
So-
I'm still heading towards it at this point.
Okay. Cool. You guys continue towards it. Are you traveling any sort of particular way? Just hiking.
Just kind of like 1, 2,
It's probably a little bit
3,
trudgy,
4,
but yeah.
3, 4 if you want to keep an
I
eye
think
on
Wick,
behind.
because Enna's tired, would go behind Enna to like make sure nothing happens. But she is like chatting away.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, chatting away to stay warm type of thing.
Yeah.
It is nonsense.
So everybody needs to do the Constitution saving throw. Advantage if you have on the winter gear.
I think we all do, don't we?
No.
We all gave parts of it up.
Oh, yeah.
I think Wick literally only kept like gloves and then her cloak.
I think Belcher has his hat and gloves.
I think I have hat and pants.
Yeah, I kept the like body.
You kept most
Should
of
just be a
it,
normal roll then, or
You can if you only have like 2 pieces like that, take a +2.
So +2 plus normal Constitution
Mhm.
save, you said?
Yep.
That's
Whoop.
nice.
Mm.
Ouch.
23.
Ooh.
Okay. You're
Talking
fine.
is working.
12.
that one.
Oh,
Ooh, there it is.
There's that point of fatigue
Yeah.
back.
So there's a point of exhaustion.
14.
Does 12 pass?
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty low DC, but if you roll 1, it just.
Pretty low
They
DC
add- they
until
add
we're
up.
out all the time.
They add up pretty quick, yeah.
All right. So you guys get traveling. It starts to look like you're making a little bit of progress, like getting closer to it, and you're getting the sense that this is either like an illusion that's like not there, or this thing could be completely massive in size.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if it's...
Sure, you can try.
18.
Doesn't appear to be like magic.
Okay.
I think it's really just that big. That's what she said. I'm sorry, so I wasn't listening. I had to say it.
Bigger than Ryan's average sausage. From earlier, that's not actually.
That's,
From
yeah, that's an
earlier,
inside
when did
joke.
you see Ryan's
not-
sausage?
I'm not maligning him on Twitch. I'm sorry.
You're married, Jane.
So is he.
Yeah, we're literally both married.
And not to each other.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, in game or out of game?
In game, we know they are.
Oh my god.
Still walking.
Okay, cool. And you're up front with Sai.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you guys go for about another 30 minutes, and you start to make it to like see where one of these like glaciers are, and it's just like really big. Like it's just kind of starting to tower over you as you're like getting up close. You can see it just seems to be getting bigger and bigger the closer you get.
I thought things were supposed to be melting.
On the frost plane.
So, Valchar, you're able to see just out of the like just blindly. You just kind of feel like you see a little bit of movement, probably about 200 feet up and a little bit off to your left.
I'm going to continue staring that direction at the glacier and use message to pass that information along to everyone.
Okay.
Should,
On our level or somewhere up above?
No, like on your level, and like that we're.
should we do something?
Can
Up to you. I don't want to necessarily show that we're onto them yet.
Do we want to just keep walking?
I could
So
pretend to
keep
sketch.
an
I
eye
could
open?
really sketch the glacier.
Is it worth stealthing at this point?
We're already spotted if that's the case.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to stealth when everything's flat, and we're leaving tracks behind.
There's a
we're
way
leaving
to
tracks behind.
There's a way to
Let's
not
go for
leave
that.
tracks behind.
Oh, sorry. I totally could have done that. I didn't think of that.
It's okay.
You're good.
Should I do that? It doesn't last. I don't remember how long.
I
It's
forget,
like
but-
hours or something.
Was the lake pure ice or was there snow on it?
It was pure ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think,
I mean, there are some scatterings of snow. It wouldn't just be like ice, but for the
just
most
curious on
part,
footprints over the ice. Not enough to where it,
right? It
okay.
wouldn't.
We're until we hit the snowbank, we're fine. Like nothing should be leading back to the cave.
That's what I was a little concerned about.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, I don't know why I keep thinking it's still on.
I think probably because a lot of the time we cast it when we're 10 minutes out.
Yeah.
So that way we have some of it.
Wick will start. She'll pull her journal out and start sketching, and kind of like slowly start walking around, heading towards the where Velchar said he saw the person.
Okay.
But like not looking obviously like she's heading there. Like she's sketching and like trying to get the full like width to put in the map.
She's doing that like casual amble.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
She's not even
weird.
looking around. She is very like focused on making sure that this is correct.
Actually making the map.
She
Okay.
just also is heading that way.
Everybody
Yeah,
else?
I'll sort of follow.
Yeah, I'll probably keep my eye on the glacier, just like kind of checking how wide it is and seeing if there's a way up, while also half keeping an eye out on.
The person.
Yeah.
Figure.
I'm gonna 100% keep an eye on where Valchar explained that they were.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, like
I said not to look.
looking forward and then just like looking.
Don't
So-
look right now, but
So looking, you don't actually see anything. It just looks like kind of like a different like smaller glacier is right there, and it's kind of forming like a little bit of like a walkway pathway that kind of weaves and winds, but eventually looks like it's going the same direction of the tower. And you're just kind of looking and trying to see, and you don't really. Well, actually, you can roll a perception check for this.
At disadvantage.
yeah.
That's a 13.
Yeah, you're not really able to pick up anything. It doesn't look anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. So it looks like there's a path to the.
This looks
The tower?
like it's heading in the direction of the tower. Like you can kind of see in the back like some more glaciers, and it not quite like a maze, but like a little bit like there's been a lot of like movement and stuff
I'm gonna
leading.
point that out to everybody and see if we You guys want to take that route over there? It looks like it is kind of leading in the general direction of the tower.
That's kind of where you guys are walking.
we're walking.
we're
You're like
on that
walking,
area.
like you're like the large glacier is off to your right,
Okay.
and then there's like a smaller glacier that that Blurry
Okay.
saw the movement.
Yeah. Okay. Keep an eye out on the glacier.
So I guess you're leading.
Yeah. I'll stop when I hit there, and it's like,
You said we wanted to go, not go around, and then we're gonna follow the path, right?
Yes.
Cool.
keep sketching and the map and follow the path.
Okay. Sure. So you guys just kind of head between the two glaciers and start heading in.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. You guys go for about another 30 or so minutes, just kind of like weaving in, and you can tell that you're making some progress towards the large tower.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for traps as I go. Just now that I know
Okay.
that there might be people out here, I'm gonna try my best.
That'll really slow your rate of pace.
Okay, I won't do that then.
Either way.
So the tower's noticeably starting to like get bigger.
Like you can tell that like you're like it's starting to like the glacier was like it didn't look very big, but like the closer you get, just kept kind of getting bigger, and then finally you got there like holy
Okay.
crap. And you now that you're kind of like aware that that's what it is, because you guys have been traveling for like 2 hours now.
Mhm.
You start to see the same thing with the tower and able to kind of identify that.
So we're still trudging on.
Might as well.
Okay.
So about another 5 or so minutes, and it starts to get like you can see it starts to get a little darker in the sky, and like clouds somewhat start to move in
Oh, hey,
a
that's
little bit over
different.
above.
Oh yeah. Well, there's weather here, and night.
Does it strike me as like natural weather? I mean, and obviously like Frostplan is maybe different, but like does this strike me as perhaps magic made, or does this look like weather, like the kind of storm that I might see up in the mountain or something?
Roll an Arcana or Nature check.
Well,
Which one are you eliminating?
both are 0.
Ooh.
Was kinda hoping for survival and perception.
And you have
Survival could have
And
been an
have
option.
disadvantage.
I have a plus 4 to my nature.
That's a 5.
plus 8 to my arcana.
Hey, you know, it could be whichever one you're thinking.
Guys, that doesn't seem like naturally forming weather to me. I've just decided that she's suspicious of it.
Because you're tired.
That doesn't seem normal.
I mean, what's normal here, Emma?
Well, I don't know. For my frame of reference, it's not normal.
You're right. There's a lot about this area that is not normal compared to the plane that we're from. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
it's
fact
weird.
that there's no sun or cloud. Well, now there are clouds, and that could be
Or
maybe.
stars.
Maybe, yeah, I like stars. You
Me
know,
too.
the clouds could like do this every day at this exact time, and that's what's normal for here.
How quick is the storm forming?
How big is the storm?
It's moving quite well. It's coming from like over the glacier, so you're just seeing like the tip of
Also,
like,
it's
the
not
clouds.
forming. We're seeing it moving.
Yeah,
over.
it's like
okay.
it's starting to like roll over. So yeah, you wouldn't quite know yet.
I mean, it just looks like it's coming from that direction. It doesn't look like there's an origin, I don't think. I mean, like you said before, too, is we're also in a place that we know nothing about, so
Alright, yeah,
It-
let's keep moving.
it's worth being cautious,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
also not fearing the worst.
Yeah.
Cautious is good. Overly cautious is
It's slow.
yes.
So at this point, you start to see like a little bit of wind and like some snowfall starting to kind of.
On the
Come
note
off
of
the
being
top.
cautious, though, would it be better to try and find shelter than keep going?
I've
Keep
been
it- I'd
I've been
say-
trying to keep an eye out for it, but I'm not
Does it look
really
like
tired, so I haven't been looking as well as I normally would.
you know how as a storm comes in, you can see like sort of what's ahead of you, right? Like you can see further through the storm. Does it look like it's going to be like sort of white out?
It's coming from
style?
over the
see
You
the
can't see that, yeah. Okay.
yeah, the
It's
glacier.
like being in Colorado and just being like, and okay, there's some. Oh, it's thunderstorm now. Cool.
Yeah, that's actually a very good analogy. It's like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my only frame of reference with mountains. So
Well, I guess we'll keep going.
Yeah, we should all keep an eye out though.
If we stick close to the glacier, then we might be able to like find a place. It'll be a quicker dash somewhere. I think.
you live in. I think you lived further north than where I was from. I don't know. You have the map of the
I think
general
so.
area. Was there anybody even further north who just it was kind of always winter? How did they survive? Do you know?
It wasn't a thing.
Wasn't?
We're the furthest north.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if there was.
And we stayed pretty south of the mountains because we didn't want to deal with constant snow and winter. I mean, who wants 6 months out of their year to be winter?
Those people must be masochists.
Insane people.
Speaking of, what kind of temperature are we talking here? Actually, I've been quite curious.
Yeah.
Is it like?
I mean, it's cold, but like,
Are we talking like the dangerous like temps that we had in January?
are we
Not
talking
quite
like
that, but
0 or
yeah,
negative 20,
like-
negative 40?
Like probably like negative 10, negative 20.
Okay.
So
it is.
cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor
Yeah.
Wick. She's
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's why I'm having you guys do the
That makes sense.
constitution
I
check.
figured,
Oh,
it was,
absolutely.
I figured it was probably sub-zero with the checks, but I was just
Yep.
curious.
But she's
If
like
you had some-
pulling
a
her,
specific
the hood of
number
her
in mind.
cloak, just like over her mouth to try and breathe through it, and still talking.
Felcher just has like another button on his coat.
All right, so you guys keep going for a little while. You start to pay a little bit more attention to like the rock. Like you've seen like outcroppings and things like ledges and stuff that maybe it's a cave, maybe it's
Right.
not. But I just assumed you guys were exploring, so not really wanting to take a lot of time.
Right.
The snow starts to really come in within the next 10 minutes and starts to the wind kind of just gusts right up through the alleyway between and it just starts to really blizzard and just starts to almost like blur your vision of just how cold this is feeling. And
We should find some place to take shelter.
Out of the wind, at least.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm going to cast Bless. Is that 3 people I can cast it on?
I think it depends on
I
the
forget.
level.
It'd be first level. I think I could cast it on 3.
so you would at this point you would see a few outcroppings that like all look potential. So there would be one at the smaller one to your left. You have to cross about the 100 feet or so, and then it looks like right there, like kind of the little form. There's one further up about 200 feet to your right, and then there's one directly up to your right, but like kind of up, like you're gonna have to climb like the glacier
Yeah.
face to get to it.
I'll point those out to everybody and be like, I think we should go for the easiest one first.
That's what yeah.
So I'm actually gonna cast Bless, and those 3 are gonna get it.
What does that mean?
You get a D4 on any attack roll, any attack roll or saving throw.
Okay.
So things like Constitution saving throws.
Do we get to make that decision after we roll the dice?
I mean, it's just an additional
Just roll it.
D4.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
on-
it's
it
just
doesn't
static.
go away.
Okay,
Yeah.
got
You
it.
have it
Lasts-
for as long as he holds it.
It lasts a minute.
So.
All right, let's get going to that first one.
The ability check. But I didn't read it. It's not an ability check.
Oh, well.
Well,
All right, so you wanted to go cross over to the smaller
Yeah,
glacier.
the way I
and
kind of perceived what you were saying was that there's like 1, 2, and then 3 that's like way up here.
So it's like kind of more like there's 1, 2, and then 3.
Okay. Yeah, so we start at the furthest to the left.
Okay, so go to the left.
Yeah.
Sure. Starts to really start gusting, and your guys' vision starts to like just like get covered in snow as it's really starting to come down. You guys, it's you two and you two, like like you can't see each other anymore. Like it's that thick. It kind of gets in between you guys as you're in your two separate groups.
We should probably catch up to them.
I don't know where catch up is.
You like before it like got really bad, and so you guys were already starting to walk. So you pointed out. So you guys all know where you're.
I think we just go
Going.
in that direction. Let's try to hoof it a little bit.
Alright. That's a long
Shing.
reach.
Aww.
That's been a while.
Yeah, well, let's just get there and wait at the first one.
I gotta keep up. My
Yeah, your pretenses.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
Keep me on my toes a little.
So you guys reach
We're
it
getting too close.
after like bearing now the like this is like a full on blizzard, and you're starting to just push through, and you're like getting to the area and looking around, and you actually do a survival check.
Oh no.
See how, or either one of you can do it,
Not too bad, because wisdom.
because one of you has to
+0.
describe where to go.
+3.
And disadvantage.
I will roll.
You sure?
You're real tired.
I'm real tired.
Well, that's a total of 6.
Whee! And this is where you two die.
All right, so
2 steps behind it.
So Sai is like, it was over here, and then Valchar is like, it's over here, and you guys start heading that way and kind of going along, and you don't end up finding it for about 5 or so minutes.
Thought it was here. I lost track of it, apparently. This is why I don't follow trails.
Yeah. I thought it was over here, so let's start heading over there.
So we're kind of against.
Yeah, now you're against the glacier and
Okay.
like kind of just trying to find out where to go. You can see a couple feet in front of you and so.
We can at least just follow the glacier.
Yeah.
Okay, roll survival. Let's see which.
Him or both of us?
Just him.
Okay.
For like finding out how accurate he would have been for.
I'd say 11. No, 10.
Oh wow, right in the middle. Okay, yeah.
Well, welcome to disadvantage with a +0. This is on you, my friend. You did this to me.
All right, we'll get back to you guys. So you guys are traveling in kind of the same direction,
Notice I
whichever
rolled
you
higher
wants
than
to do the survival.
I have
Notice
a
I rolled high at
+1,
you
but I
with
don't have
-3
disadvantage.
and disadvantage.
And you also bless. Oh no, that's sorry. That's not.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not on checks.
Are you like
Oh, I get a
hold-
D-
like
sorry, I get
holding
a
her?
D4 then.
We're
Or?
holding each other's hand.
Okay.
Do I roll 2 d4s when I'm at disadvantage?
So who wants
No.
to do it?
I don't.
You
it's
roll the
James, do you
disadvantage for
wanna
the
roll
20s.
it?
So I actually get
What's
an
your
additional
choice?
2 to that, so I actually am at 12.
I think Anna would probably
'Cause I forgot the
stubbornly try to
D4.
do it. So. if
Okay,
you're-
then yeah. Wick would trust Anna.
Well,
Oh!
it's a 9.
You sure you want to trust Anna?
Okay.
Soup's tired.
She's really tired. So
That's
am I.
with disadvantage and +6. Actually,
Ooh.
wait. We're in the mountains.
We're in the glaciers.
Yeah, no, this is a very
Okay.
different.
I wish you
Well,
would have
yes,
picked
but it was worth
glacial
asking.
area.
Because
My
that would
area-
make it. That would be +4.
My area that I pick is glaciers.
The Arctic is
We
the
got-
chat.
we
Is-
got
is
this.
not-
Arctic?
Yeah.
I was
Very
thinking
large.
tundra.
Or maybe it's
I think it
tundra.
might be tundra, but yeah, I mean,
It would work.
regardless, it's not actually mountains.
That's a much broader definition too. Just like it is cold. Tundra.
So you guys, you're starting to work your way back, and you guys actually like see each other now at this point, like because you both went the wrong spot in the same area, and then you guys catch up.
Hi.
Who's that ugly guy over there?
It's Valchar.
Yep, definitely.
As my hair's just like this and frozen.
Frozen. I at least have a hat on.
You have a hat on.
That covers to here, so it's this.
Yeah.
It's even more
Down and out.
disturbing.
All right. Well, we were thinking it was kind of over here. What were you guys thinking?
We were just trying to find you guys, I think, right?
Okay.
I thought you knew where we were going.
Well, you succeeded in finding us.
I found them. That's what I wanted to do.
I thought we were looking for shelter.
Does
Well,
anybody
we're
have
also
any rope?
doing that, but yeah, I mean, I think we all probably do
I
because
cut-
it
I
comes
cut
in
mine
all of our
And my
packs.
rope is what was tied. I don't know if I got it back.
And then we've also been burning rope.
Yeah.
That was all my rope that I cut into 5-foot sections.
Okay.
Yeah, you better not have burned my rope.
Do
Only
you have your rope, Emma?
Yeah.
well, let's start tying
I
ourselves
don't
to
think
each
I've
other
cut
so
it
we can
at
spread
all.
out a
I
little
think
bit,
it's still
but
50.
not lose each other.
Okay.
So I think we do that real quick, just kind of like around the belt, and then to you, and then around the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Assuming everybody complies.
Cool. And you
I
rolled
resist.
Why?
I don't.
you rolled a 12, right? For your
Correct.
Okay. So after going one way, you kind of turn back and make your way back, and then go through, and you kind of find the opening that you were looking at before.
Okay. Is there a cave there?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an opening.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got lucky. Let's just hunker down in here until the storm passes.
Alright. I want to go see, like, does it continue? Or is it just like a little...
So as you like go in and look, you see that it's like a really small area that's carved out. It's like looks like maybe there was something inside of it that like a rock or something that has since fallen out.
Okay.
Like for it's like the size of this room without one of the walls, so it's still pretty cold, but it's protecting you
we don't have the
from.
wind and the
Right.
snow right
Yeah.
on us.
I'm gonna start looking at the back of this little area, looking again, same thing, looking for any trapdoors or looking for any
Okay.
ways through or anything like that.
You can roll.
Yeah, I'll look for any sign of inhabitants, like tracks at all before we get in there.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Okay, so that's 6.
I assume that walk was longer than a minute.
So that's a 5 plus 6 is 11.
Is that a 1?
Yeah.
That was a 1.
You're not able to find anything.
Okay.
And there, it's just like ice.
Nothing. Okay.
There's not really any tracks or anything to look tracks on.
And no scratch marks on the walls or anything like that. Okay.
It's pretty small. It's quite cold.
All right. Does anybody have anybody bring any wood or anything that we can burn?
I've got torches.
I've got a certain number of torches.
All right. Let's grab. I'll grab like 2 of them from you,
Okay.
and then just kind of put them on the floor. Use like half of my flask of oil, just kind of get it started.
Sure.
Mark that down. I had 1 left, and
So
Half of one.
these are rations.
and then I'll use my my
I've
tinder
got
rocks
10.
and just and try to start it.
Okay. Just do a sleight of hand check. See how
Steal
well
one of my torches?
you do it.
2 of them.
No. These are mine now.
Well, that's a 2, 3 plus 11.
Plus 11.
That's-
Oh God. All right. Wow. Plus 11
So
really
that's
helps
a
that.
that's a 14.
Yeah, you're able to light it. That's insane.
What was that for?
D-
Sleight of hand.
Oh,
To
sleight
like
of
to
hand,
like
yeah.
see how well like he can light it and shield it, and because
Thank
it's
Yeah,
God,
pretty
no,
cold.
no, I
neither of
got you,
those
I
were
got you.
ones.
Plus.
Yeah, the plus 11 gets me pretty far.
Yeah. I guess that was a natural one or pass.
Right. Pretty much. Alright, so it started.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's gather around and wait for the storm to finish. So we've used 2 of the ones that Valchar had. I don't know how many you had. So.
I had 10 because the Dungeoneer's pack comes with 10.
Most of the time, I've used light. Or we all have dark vision.
Yeah.
I
There
used
is
light
that.
when we had Kavaro. I don't think I've used light that much.
Yeah, honestly,
since
the
then.
torches are basically like firewood for us since we all have dark vision.
Hey, we're using them at least.
All right.
And we're rolling with all elves. who
Depending
also
on
have dark vision.
depending on how long the storm goes for or how quickly it is, Wick is keeping an eye on the level of snow versus the
Yeah.
height of the opening, so she can like clear it if she needs to.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot of it is like it's not really piling up too much. It's like still being like brought away because the winds are whipping through. It's all on ice, so it's really just kind of like flowing through more than piling up.
The Minnesotan in me
Yeah.
is like, we're just keeping an eye on this
Right.
though. We know what's gonna happen if we don't.
So, you
No
do
door.
notice kind of like a little bit of like a blue light outside, kind of just like in between things.
Is it like moving or okay?
Yeah.
Do you guys see that?
I'm not tired.
Fire the missiles.
I'll point out, be like, see, look there. Oh, and then it like it's kind of shimmering.
You see it?
I'm not.
I don't see anything.
I wanna go look at it.
That seems smart.
Well, fine.
Tired Anna
I'll
is just
wait.
drunk Anna.
Fine, I'll wait. Fine.
I want to go look at it.
I mean, there are studies that show that the brain works basically the same when you're really sleep deprived as when you're drunk. Like, that is a thing.
If not worse.
Yes.
While
Okay.
while I'm in here, I'm gonna eat one of my rations.
Okay.
Do they gave us rations in addition to what we had starting, right?
Let me check the rules of the create food and water. I think we get it for the full day.
Yeah.
We get enough food for the day. Yeah.
Okay. So
Enough
you
to
wouldn't have to use the rations then.
enough to feed or sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for up to for 24 hours.
Okay.
So
Cool.
So you got a bunch of lambus bread.
it's super not tasty, but it's food.
Hey, it's better than rotten wolf meat. So
Do you
there's
still
that.
have that?
I put it in the bag of holding. Trust
No,
me,
you
don't
didn't.
don't pull it out.
You did not. I have the bag of holding. You did not.
Yeah, here it is. You want some? No, I don't have any more.
At least it's frozen here.
It smells
I'm
better.
just gonna grab all
It's
of it
like
and
the
just kind
most
of
rank
toss it out.
freezer
Okay.
ever.
I'm gonna toss it out the cave and just be like, all right.
You bought them.
Somebody's
it's
gonna
on
find
now.
that and be like, finally,
I think you
food in
bought
this
some
gosh.
for me.
Oh god,
Oh,
why?
Oh, Bahamut.
Yeah, as soon as it like calms down a little bit, I want to go investigate the blue light.
Okay.
I think I'm just chilling by the fire until it comes.
I just like keep watching it because I have nothing else to do.
And it as the storm starts to like slow down a little bit, you notice that it's gone. It stops.
Guys, it's gone.
Well, you might have been, like hallucinating it. People hallucinate when they're tired.
I don't appreciate.
And you look really tired.
You sound really tired.
You're really tired
You
too.
both
That's how I
sound
can
tired.
recognize it.
Next time I see it, I'm gonna go look at it because who knows what it is.
A
Hallucinogen? I'm down with that too.
Yeah.
Here's
I'll take
some-
anything at
Here's
this
some
point.
of the fungus that I have.
Yeah, it's a
That I
hallucinogen
just-
swap.
What is
It's
it?
a-
Woodstock?
It's a potluck.
Boo.
And on that
note.
Time to break. All right. Well, if it starts to ease up a little bit,
Yeah.
I think I'd be like, all right, guys, let's start making our way back.
Do your best to keep the wind to your back.
Yeah.
What if we have to walk backwards then?
Not great. Every once in a while, turn around just to keep you sufficiently frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Anna tries moonwalking.
Frozen
the
on
ice.
both sides.
It goes really well. I
It
assume,
goes a
doesn't
lot
it?
better
Yeah.
than when you try it normally.
Yeah, right?
How long were we in there?
Probably about 2 hours.
Okay, so the bless is gone.
Right, that was gone.
That was gone probably before we even got in.
It's only a minute long.
Okay.
But yeah.
Anna moonwalks a little bit and feels the sudden urge to go, woohoo! Like,
How tired? I swear. she's
I'm
normally
not
this
that
tired.
I'm not that
I
tired.
think she might have been drunk. I think that bottle was a little too light to have just been,
I mean, it
oh,
did flare up
drinking.
real
And then
good.
she goes and reaches for her flask. Did
Which
you
is
guys-
filled with
did
water.
you replace it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes, she's just like, oh, what the fuck is this?
It's water.
It's also
Why?
still a little sooty.
Partially
Why?
frozen.
Yeah, partially frozen. Slushy. What is there nothing sacred to you people?
It went to making sure the fire was going.
I'm gonna walk over and be like,
There was still.
those animals.
Thank you, Sai.
The only serious
Said something
moment from
about
Sai
animals,
ever.
Oh no. What are you doing? Do it. No.
I could probably do like a winter wolf, and that would survive. Let us
Yeah,
survive.
that'd be helpful.
All right, let's get going. And out we go.
2 horses or.
Why don't you guys do perception check?
1.
Yikes. 9.
Is my perception going 14.
Non-natural 20.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
nice. So, rolling the DC.
Oh.
So as you're like kind of like watching Anna be kind of ridiculous and start like she kind of like shakes the flask at Wick, and then like you kind of like look through, and then like your eye gets drawn up a little bit, and you see on the top of the cliff like a figure almost, and you start to see it's like it's almost a see-through really dark blue, and just as you look up, and it just kind of like pulls off.
I'm gonna do the same thing as I did before and pass that same information along via message.
Wick stops like mid-sentence of whatever she was saying to Anna about the drinking and the replacing of the water.
Rude. And then I get the message.
It's weird
I'm like,
One at a time.
And then Sai's like, probably the third one to get it.
Presumably.
Stop being in my mind.
You monster. Oh, wait, is that you? Well, I mean, if they're gone, they're gone. Just keep trudging.
Regardless, we are being watched.
I was about
Yeah.
to say,
That's twice now.
somebody's watching us.
Yeah, you should.
Somebody's watching me.
There it is.
But
You should mark this cave on your map. This would be useful when bringing everybody.
You
if
think
we
I
end-
didn't already?
I figure it's worth reminding.
This would absolutely not fit everybody.
I'm just saying it's worth. No,
It was-
any
Wait,
caves
you're
are
telling
going
me
down.
we can't fit, what, like 25
I-
people into this
yeah.
room?
It's a tight fit for the 4 of you and a
Standing
fire.
lonely.
well, did you get a foreboding sense from this?
The fact that what I saw was semi-see-through that was also blue.
Is it a ghost?
I don't
A frozen ghost?
know.
Is that? Can you freeze ectoplasm?
I start out the cave.
You what?
I'm heading out the cave.
Seriously, Sai?
If there's nothing we can do about it, it's not worth waiting. And I'm freaking cold and would like to get inside somewhere. So you can wait here all you want.
Speculating is hard to do when we don't have enough information.
Exactly.
We have a
Nothing we
little
can do
more
about it.
information than what I had earlier.
It's
Right.
a frozen ghost.
At least at this point, you know, it's not
Did
worth
it have
checking for
pointy
because
ears?
Ice elves!
I turn around and walk
Probably
again.
good, I saw.
Are we talking White Walker elves here?
I'm still walking.
It looked partially humanoid. I mean, it was a long way up, and it wasn't that large, so it was kind of hard. But it looked like it might have been like bipedal. But
Well, whatever it is, it seems to have an advantage not a disadvantage in walking like the rest of us. So, I agree, let's go after Sai! Slow down!
Hurry up!
Bite me.
You know,
You're
Vic,
actually
you do
keeping up
seem
with us.
you do seem a little faster than normal.
It's the ice. You just do the penguin shuffle.
I feel like that would slow you down.
okay, so you guys
All
are
of us are going like,
just gonna keep heading towards the tower.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Pull my map. You guys travel for another. It's been about 3 hours now, correct?
Something like
That's
that,
what I
yeah.
said. Okay. So you guys go for about another 30 minutes, and you start to see where these glaciers kind of are really getting a little bit tighter, and
Right now, the space, like when we first entered the space between the glaciers, could all 4 of us have walked like shoulder to shoulder?
this was like when I said like
Yeah.
you cross, it was like 100, 200 feet wide.
Okay.
Like these are big open
Yeah,
areas.
and they're getting
They're
narrow
starting to get a
and-
little bit closer and more congested and stuff. So
Are we seeing any like footprints or tracks of any sort? Nope.
I mean, not with the storm that just came through would have wiped anything away.
Well, closer should mean something? I don't know.
As long as we're not walking in a circle, then
Looks at map.
we're moving forward, which is what we need to do.
No circle.
We did come back a little bit, but we're...
That's not a circle, though.
No, you're right.
So you guys are able to look and see the tower a little bit better now that it's kind of the storm has kind of passed and cleared up. It kind of like arches up, and then like there's like a large like dome kind of on top, and then it like has a little bit more like, so it goes all the way up with like a little
It kind of like looks like a water tower. Kind of
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
shape.
yeah.
With a little extra at the top.
So
Right.
save Ferris all the time.
And it looks like it's made out of ice.
That's gotta be cold to live. Actually, I've heard of what they do is they melt the insides, and then the heat stays in. It's insulation, because it freezes back up.
I mean, we've been in 2 ice caves while we've been here.
And we haven't exactly been warm. We just haven't been as cold as being in the wind and the snow.
Correct.
But
Yeah, as long as it's not out here, I'm fine with it.
what if I mean, there are worse things than out here.
Not much.
Like
No.
being captive in Puppy's compound.
Or
Wow.
being dead.
I'm not
Actually,
so
those
sure
are the only
about
2
that.
things. Those are the only 2 things.
Honestly,
Right.
I'd rather just be dead than have my brain sucked painfully out through apparently my eye.
Magically lobotomized.
Yeah.
Alright, give me perception checks at this point while you guys are going.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh, I actually rolled pretty well. That's a 19.
dirty 20.
12.
7.
Yeah, then
It's our 9.
That is our 9.
Alright, so everyone except
Yep.
Valchar.
Yeah.
As you're kind of like chatting and you just hear like and like you kind of look around, it's like kind of like it starts to echo now a little bit.
The first thing that I do when I hear it is just like a...
Does it sound
No,
like
I'll turn around and look
steps
towards
or
it.
something?
Or
is
does it
just
sound like a
s-
landslide?
It sounds kind of like something's kind of like falling over each other a little bit. And
It's hot.
Is it? It's probably cold.
Right.
It's a frozen handsy.
after
Those
kind of
kind of handsies.
after kind of like
Not bad,
adjusting to the echoes and looking around, you guys look like, and from on the side of like where there's another opening, out comes this like pile of like ice that's kind of like almost moving on its own and like falling over each other, and just like a bunch of pieces of ice, and then you see a second one come out, and it
ice
starts.
tumbleweeds?
It's a nice handsy.
Anyone else thinking of the rock creatures from Neverending Story?
Oh gosh, it's been so long since I saw that.
Well, hey Anna, you know how you were talking about unnatural? That seems unnatural.
What are you talking about?
They start to take form
Points.
into like almost a like 2 arms and a head and like
Oh,
a
no,
body.
okay. No,
Fighter-
this is great, guys.
Fight her on, fight her on. Thoughts?
Initiative.
Yeah.
Fight.
That was the same.
We don't get that choice.
But we're gonna take our break first, and then we're gonna come back and
Don't count.
rock and roll.
No, I rolled it.
Do I get
So-
disadvantage on
The stupid
initiative
thing is-
too? Because that's
I
not a
don't-
skill check, right?
I don't
think so.
It's only on skill
Yeah, I
check.
think because there's
So-
a negative 2.
We'll be
initiative,
right back.
I believe.
There's a negative 2.